they're
Yeah.
losing their minds. And what you do is when you see parents, I believe this demonstrative and behaving the way that they're doing, they have so much vested in this kid or their kid and their talent, right? That, and they want it so much that anytime when the kid comes up short
Mm-hmm.
or doesn't perform well, then they get this kind of behavior. Then you see, like you saw that man yelling at his son for 45 minutes because they want it so badly. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's necessarily for the kid, right? Is it as so
Yeah.
much for themselves? Maybe, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, to fulfill that void of maybe not going as far as they wanted to in their sports career, or
Mm-hmm.
because their sports career went so well, and here is my legacy to sort of show off and exploit mine, or if it's the fact that this kid is going to be able to get us out of a predicament, whether it be poverty or whatever the economic status that some of these families or parents are in, to help uplift us. And what I'm here to tell you is that that's not your damn kid's job.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's not your damn kid's job to help pay your bills. Now, if they choose to do it, fine, but that's not their job. It is not your kid's job to soothe you for what you didn't accomplish way back when. And
Yeah.
truth be told, it's not your kid's job in a sense to really to be your legacy, because what if they don't really want to follow in your steps? They can create their own.
That part right there.
Like
Mm-hmm.
your legacy for your children is to set them up so they have options really to create their own, not to do what you did.
Right.
So you
Right.
see it's a lot of situations in which parents are behaving the way that they're behaving because they have so much banked or so much vested in their kid for their own self-soothing purposes.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Especially when it comes to now with the NIL deals and all of the stuff that you can get just being in college. I think it becomes a money grab and a legacy grab. Like I remember when because Samad played three sports. He played football, basketball, and baseball. And when he played baseball, there was one kid that he would have the mitt on his head, the
Okay.
outfit, right? Because he ain't want to be there. So he would have it on his head. He be going on like this, and it fall down, he pick it up and he doing all this. But he in the baseball game. He not at home. Like, we would look at him at every game like, why do your parents keep making you be here? And you clearly don't want
Don't
to
want to
be
be
here.
there. Nope.
You have this thing on your head like a hat and you just, doing you. It's like he moving to his own business, music out there and everything, and he's doing all this the whole time. The whole time. Yeah. I'm like, why are you even here?
Yeah, and then you can see it. You can see it where kids truly don't want to be on the court. You can see it in their behavior, and you have to start at, and I know coaches, if they ain't asking it like directly, I know they're questioning inside, like, why is this kid even here? And a lot of it is because they're here because the parent
Mm-hmm.
wants them to be here for whatever reasons, the reasons that I just mentioned to you. And it's unfortunate because you were then affecting your relationship with your child.
Yeah,
And
that's
what you're
the thing.
saying in some cases directly, but most indirectly, is that if you don't follow this pursuit of this particular sport that I want you to play, whether because I want you to play it just to play it because I want you to play this particular sport, or because it's the sport that I played, what you see is that when kids are fighting against that or have this adverse reaction, like, I really don't want to do it, what you see is now parents getting upset and treating their kids a certain kind of way because their kid is not doing something that they want them to do.
That's
And
it.
whether they understand it or not, that is transactional.
Right. Man.
Like, this is not a situation in which, like, the kid is misbehaving. They just not, they don't have the same interest as you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They
I got
don't
it.
have the
Wait
same.
a minute, sis. Wait a minute, hold on 1 second. Because you have me really thinking about this. When you say transactional, That's deep, because now the relationship isn't about love. It's about the transaction.
Right. You perform, we good. You do
Wow.
well on the field, you do well on the court, you do well on the track, you do well on the mat, we good. But let you F up and not perform the way that I want you to, or the way I think you should. The kid got an hour ride home
Yes, and it's
of nothing but nonsense because you weren't pleased as a parent with their performance. Did you ever think that maybe they weren't even supposed to be performing in that sport? Maybe they're not good at it because they ain't got the skills to do it.
I'm a culprit. I ain't gonna lie. Niall played basketball too. He plays. So I remember, like, I used to be that parent. We get in the car. Why didn't you shoot the ball? I saw you be able to do this, and why didn't you do that? Well, why didn't you get all the rebounds? You tall enough. You the tallest one in the court. Why you ain't doing this, and why you not doing that? Then I realized, I'm like, why am I even doing this? First of all, girl, you weren't even that good in basketball. You were just okay. You were mediocre. Your kids are 10,000 times better than you. How you giving them advice? Girl, go sit
Well,
down. Like, what are we doing, right? Who you coaching? Like,
on
what are
a
you
real
talking
hard
about?
seat. Or
You
go
don't
sit down
have
on a real
no,
hard seat.
you have 0 awards. You have 0 wins somewhere. What are you talking about? You're not
And,
even like D1 player of the year. You're not even high school player of the year to give some advice. Who are you?
and yo, Kim, but that's the thing. You got parents, the point that you just said, who ain't got no kind of hardware. You ain't even got ribbons. You ain't got ribbons. You ain't got medals. You ain't got trophies.
You got a
You
whole
ain't got
trophy
no
case.
participation certificate. Losing their mind on their kids and then how they perform in a sport that they may not even have the skills and the talent to damn perform in.
Wait, a sport that they never even played in themselves.
Who are you?
You
Where's your
watching?
ribbon?
Got a trophy.
You got no kind of hardware. You have no kind of, you ain't had no kind of chips. You ain't had no scholarships. You ain't had no championships. You barely had a permission slip. And here you go on these babies about a sport that they truly either don't have any interest in, or they may not have the talent and skill to do. It's unfair.
It's unfair. And then, like, I'm just while we're talking about this, and it's crazy. Like, when you talk to